Hi again, YouTubers. This is Laura. So I'm just going to make a quick video about my experience with Affordable Dentures. I just wanted to make a video because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube in the past year or so that are not so good experiences with Affordable Dentures. And I just wanted to put it out there that not everyone's experience is bad, because I didn't get my teeth pulled at Affordable Dentures, but that's where I got my dentures, and I ended up needing to get a repair on them this year, and I got them done there. And I just had a really positive experience with my office of Affordable Dentures anyway. So I just want to make a video and let you guys know that all the affordable places like that, some of them do have a bad rap and some of them aren't so good, yes. But there are some out there that are honestly good offices, and they have excellent doctors and excellent dental hygienists and good labs, and everything in their office is good sometimes. So yeah, I live in Kansas. Unfortunately, we only have one Affordable Dentures here, and it's in Topeka, which is not where I live, but I grew up about an hour from there, and so I actually lived in that area when I needed to get my dentures, and I lived in a really rural area, so that's where I ended up going, and it was more affordable than the local dentist by any means, or closer to where I lived. So that's where I went to get my dentures. I ended up getting the Ultra set from there, which if you've already seen this video, you might not want to watch this part. You might want to skip forward a minute or two to the part about my repairs, I guess. But yeah, basically that's where I got my dentures. I got the Ultra set, which was the best ones they offered. And you got to pick your teeth, you got to pick the color, all of that type of thing for them. And you got to try them in ahead of time and make any changes you wanted to before them, that type of thing. So yeah, I had an excellent experience getting my dentures. I think they end up looking really good. I know you can't see them real well. I guess I could smile and let you see more. I think they actually look really good. The only thing that maybe they don't look as super realistic is that a lot of the teeth are right near the same size. They're not exactly the same size, but they're kind of close to it. So, I mean, that's the only thing that if I was redoing my dentures, I might change a little bit of that. But this is my first set of dentures to ever get, and I really didn't know anything about that. So, about what I wanted, I just know I wanted them to look white and look good. And so I'm really happy with what I have, and I had a really good experience there as far as getting them. I only had to get one adjustment done, and that's all I've had done to them in the past year, other than the repair, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute. And that was right after I got them. Basically, I think the main reason why I only had to get one repair is that I went over 2 years once I got my teeth pulled. Before I ended up getting dentures, I did not have an immediate denture. And that doesn't have anything to do with Affordable Dentures. I went to a oral surgeon to get that work done, and he strongly recommended not getting immediate dentures and waiting for a minimum of 6 months before you got any type of denture, just because he knew my financial situation at the time wasn't fantastic, and he knew that, I didn't want to take any more time off work than I had to, and that's why I think that's part of why he recommended that, because it's not what they did in every situation. But, he was just saying, if you wait longer, if you go in and get immediate dentures, you're going to be in the office more, you're going to take more time off work, that type of thing. And he said, you'll end up getting a better fit, if you just take my recommendation and wait, at the minimum 6 months before getting it. He's like, I realize it's not the ideal situation to go without any teeth for 6 months, but you'll be in better shape if you do. And so that's what I ended up doing. And I ended up having to wait longer because I was not in a good financial situation at the time. And so it went about 2 years before I got my dentures. And so I think that's part of the reason as to why I have such a positive experience with my dentures from there, is that, once I got my dentures, I only had to get one minor adjustment. And it was just because, even though it had been so long since my teeth had been pulled, my gums swelled up a little bit when I first got my dentures. and they had to make some minor adjustments on a few areas on the bottom and the top denture both, so that they fit more comfortably. And then after that, I haven't had any problem with them. I've never had to have them relined. They fit fine. I haven't had to have anything changed since about a few weeks after I first got them, a little over a year ago now. So everything went fine with my dentures until this February, so about 2 months ago now. And I ended up finding that I had a crack in my denture. And it wasn't like so that my denture was broken, but it had a crack that went from about around this tooth. And it was just in the like acrylic part of the gum area. It went behind where that tooth is, all the way up to in between my two front teeth. And then it went up the little notch, that's cut down between your two front teeth where the little muscle is that connects your gum to your lips. It went all the way up into that area. And so I knew I wanted to get it fixed right away before it really, fell apart. And I couldn't wear it at all. So I called my Affordable Dentures office, and they were able to get me in within it was like on a Wednesday when I called them, and they got me in like the next week. Within like on Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember now, which I should have made an update on this before, but I didn't get a chance to, so I wanted to do one, now. And like I said, they had a year warranty, I guess is the word I'm looking for, on the dentures. And so I was under the year when I went in. They asked me a few questions, of course, wanted to make sure, what happened, that type of thing. And I really didn't know what happened to them. The only thing I could think of was that I had ate some almonds, and then like later on that day I noticed a crack in this. So I'm like, surely eating a nut did not crack my denture. It's not the first time I'd ate nuts in the past year, and nothing had ever happened to them before. So that's the only thing I could think of, because I hadn't dropped them. I dropped them on some carpet, but it wasn't right around that time. It had been before that, and I looked at them right then, and there wasn't any crack or anything like that. It was just all of a sudden this one day, I noticed it when I took my dentures out to clean them, that there was this crack through the plastic of it. And so, yeah, they asked me a few questions when I took it in, just basically what happened, all that type of thing, and took markings on where it needed fixed and all that. And then the dentist had me put this little bite paper in my mouth and had me bite down to see if the bite was right and how it's supposed to be. And everything was lined up fine if I bit down, straight down. And that's when he found out that, at least what he told me, was that what probably caused the crack was my bite pattern. He said, though the bite is fine when I'm directing you how to bite, he said it's probably caused because you went without teeth for a couple of years, is that I kind of bite by chewing back and forth instead of straight up and down. Does that make sense? And it lined up the way I was trying to bite. It lined up so that crack was caused by the way I bit, apparently. So once he found that out, he determined, though it could have been caused by the way I bite, it wasn't my fault. It was, it was a problem with the denture because of the way I bit, basically, is what he was saying. So they ended up doing the repair for me for free, since it was under the warranty time, and it wasn't caused by anything I did wrong to the denture. Purposely, it was something, it could have been caused by the way I bit, but it was covered under the warranty, basically. So I didn't have to pay anything for the repair, since it did happen within that first year. Granted, if it happens again, now that I've had my denture for a little over a year, I would have to pay to get it repaired, but I just wanted to make a video and let you guys know that, I've had a fantastic experience. Like I said, they did a really good job on my dentures. I really liked the way they turned out. They felt really good when I first got them. I just had to get that one minor adjustment done, and after that, it took me a little bit of time to get used to them, of course, but once I got used to them, then they fit perfectly fine. This repair time that I went in, like I said, they just asked me some questions. They checked my bite, and then they sent it into the lab part to get fixed. I had to wait for a couple of hours. I ended up leaving. I told me I could leave and just come back and get them, and so that's what I did. And granted, it took a little while I kind of had to go through an adjustment period sort of with my top denture again, because they made an adjustment. They didn't do anything other than just add in some more stuff to repair where the crack was, basically, or however they repaired. I don't know how they repair a crack. I'm assuming they just add stuff over it, apparently. I don't honestly know what they do. And then the only other thing that they changed was the little notch in between your two front teeth, to accommodate where that little muscle is that holds your gum to your lips, went further down, because since my gums had shrunk a lot before I got my denture, that little muscle part goes almost to the bottom of my top gum, if that makes sense. Which probably doesn't make real sense. It would be better if I could show you, but I don't really want to take my teeth out and show you. So, basically, when they made this repair, they made that notch go further up. And so I'm not sure if they thought it was, because of that notch being so far down, because it was just a little bit above the top of my front teeth. It just was just a tiny bit above that. And it goes a lot farther up now. Like you can see. You can't see the split in there at all now. And you could before. Like if I had my gum way up, you'd be able to see it. So it was really uncomfortable at first. And I thought maybe I would have to get a minor adjustment on that area done again, because it was just really uncomfortable. Like when I ate or drinking from a cup that had a straw, it was really difficult to do. Like it was really painful. And I would basically just end up taking out my top denture at first when I was drinking out of a cup like that, because it was pinching that muscle, and it was extremely uncomfortable. So I thought I was going to have to get an adjustment done on them. I gave it some time, and now it just feels normal again. It doesn't bother me at all. And my gut, I just had to get used to it not being so low there now, basically. So yeah, I'm going to quit blabbing on and on as I made this long video. I just wanted to put it out there, though, that there's good affordable denture locations. Basically, if you don't have the money, to go to a dentist that's going to charge you a lot of money for dentures, Affordable Dentures, or, other places like that, such as like Aspen Dental and things like that, may be a good option for you. And, I mean, I would just say, if you're going to go to a place like that, do your research on them. The doctor that I saw, he's only had an office here in Kansas since the beginning of 2012. But I did some research on the web on him. He's an older doctor, but he had only been in Kansas for a short amount of time, because he lived in Illinois before. And so I went online and saw dentist reviews and things like that from actual patients, both in Kansas and in Illinois. And I saw a couple of bad reviews, but it wasn't like the overwhelming majority were good reviews for him. And so I felt really comfortable going into it. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that, I had a really good experience with my Affordable Dentures. And I'm sure there's plenty others out there that do, but a lot of the vlogs that I've seen on it are people that don't have as good of experiences. So I would just say, if you are needing to get dentures, don't count them out. Some of the locations are really good. You're just going to have to do your homework on them and, see other reviews, maybe ask other people that have been in that situation if you know anyone. If they've been there to the office in your area, what they thought of it, that type of thing. So, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on that, and I'm sorry this is blabbing on and on. I apologize. But anyway, I hope that's helpful for some of you, and I will talk to you all again soon. Thanks. Bye.